Have you ever noticed that the kindest people are often treated the worst? The ones who give the most, forgive the most, care the most, are often the very ones ignored, disrespected, and taken for granted. And if you have ever been that person, you know how confusing it feels. Because from the moment we are children, we are taught one simple idea: be nice. Be kind, be patient, be understanding, and the world will reward you for it. But then, life happens, and slowly, painfully, you begin to realize something no one prepared you for. The nicer you are, the less some people seem to respect you. The more available you make yourself, the less they value your presence. The more you sacrifice for others, the more they expect from you. Until one day, you sit there wondering, why? Why does being good sometimes lead to being treated badly? Why do selfish people seem respected, while kind people are overlooked? More than 500 years ago, a man named Niccolò Machiavelli gave an answer to that question, and his answer was brutally honest. He believed that one of the greatest mistakes a person can make is assuming the world rewards goodness alone. Because human nature is not that simple. People often like to imagine that others will treat them fairly if they are kind enough. But Machiavelli understood something darker. He understood that many people do not see kindness as virtue. They see it as opportunity. They see your patience as weakness, your forgiveness as lack of courage, your silence as fear, and your inability to say no as permission to keep taking. Because whether we like it or not, human beings naturally test boundaries. They push, they observe, they look for weakness, and when they sense that someone cannot defend themselves, cannot stand up for themselves, cannot walk away, they begin to lose respect. Not always consciously, but instinctively. This is why nice people often finish last. Not because kindness is wrong, but because kindness without strength invites exploitation. Machiavelli warned rulers of his time never to rely solely on being loved, because love is fragile. People love you when things are easy, when you serve their interests, when pleasing you costs them nothing. But the moment loyalty becomes inconvenient, many disappear. That is why Machiavelli believed respect must come before affection, because affection without respect fades quickly, and nowhere is this truer than in everyday life. Think about it. The person who always says yes is often appreciated least. The person who tolerates constant disrespect usually receives more of it. The person who never enforces boundaries teaches others that boundaries do not exist. And slowly, without realizing it, they train the world to undervalue them. Now, this does not mean Machiavelli believed you should become cruel. Far from it. His lesson was never become heartless. His lesson was do not be harmless. Because there is a dangerous difference between being kind and being weak. A kind person chooses peace. A weak person tolerates disrespect because they fear conflict. A kind person helps others from generosity. A weak person helps others because they fear rejection. A kind person forgives when appropriate. A weak person forgives everything because they lack the strength to confront. And people can feel that difference. They may not say it aloud, but they sense it. The truth is, the world respects those who are capable of strength, but choose restraint, not those who are incapable of resistance altogether. That is why the most respected people in life are rarely the ones trying hardest to please everyone. They are the ones who know when to say no, the ones who walk away when disrespected, the ones who remain calm but make it clear they cannot be controlled. They are kind, but not naive, generous, but not endlessly available, warm, but never easy to exploit, and that is the balance Machiavelli wanted us to understand. Be good, be fair, be honourable, but never allow your goodness and become an invitation for others to mistreat you, because if people believe there are no consequences for disrespecting you, many eventually will. In the end, Machiavelli's greatest lesson was this: it is not enough to be loved. It is not enough to be kind. It is not enough to mean well. If you want to move through life with dignity, your kindness must be protected by strength, because kindness without strength is fragile, but kindness backed by strength becomes power. So be warm, be compassionate, be generous, but never forget, the world may admire a gentle soul, but it only respects one that can defend itself. And perhaps that is why nice people finish last, not because they are nice, but because they were never taught the difference between kindness and weakness.